Okay, so why I think you are not getting time for practice, right? Have you understood the concepts? Simple if example, simple if concept, if else, nested if. Have you understood or not? All of you understood, ma? Please respond in the chat box. Have you understood or not? Okay. I think maybe you are not getting time for practice. Okay, you can share. Sharanya, you can share your screen where you got error. Nested if a is equals to into input of enter any number, if a is not equals to 0, if a greater than 0, print positive, else if a greater than 0, okay, then what about print positive? Print positive should be there inside of if. Okay, you are not written any indentation there. If and print are there in the same line. There should be some space before int. Space means there should be some tab space, right? Otherwise, you go up, go to previous line. If a greater than 0 colon, you are written. After colon, please press enter. Okay. From that point, your line will start. From that point, your line will start. Okay, understood? Any doubts? Okay, remaining students, any doubts, ma? So always, that's why I told you, indentation is very important. If you are not maintaining the indentation, then what will happen is the statement will not falls under that particular block. The statement will not falls under particular block. Then you know what will happen. Because yesterday for that purpose only, I explained some examples by taking some statements. The statements are after your if after your else. I written some statements like print ABCD, print XYZ, print hello. What is the purpose of writing that XYZ hello ABCD? The purpose is you are going to understand the difference between indentation and a normal statement. Indentation always starts, okay, with some space. It's not going to start from the beginning. Normal statements will start from beginning of a line, but indentation will start with some space. Understood, all of you? Any doubts? Any doubts? Please let me know if you have any doubts. Okay, so now I'll go with the remaining statements okay, elif. Okay, next continue, next break, we'll go for all these statements. I think my screen is visible, right? Is it visible? Okay. So we'll continue with the control structures, what we discussed in yesterday's class. We've seen some example for nested if. Now I want to go for some other examples. Okay. So that is elif statement. Okay, I want to go with elif. Very simple. What is meant by elif? Elif is nothing but we are going to have multiple conditions here. Multiple conditions will be there. Like if we are going to check for condition 1. Condition 1 is true. We are going to execute some statements. Statements will be executed. Okay. So this is for condition 1. Some statements will be executed. Right. Next. If this is failed, if this condition 1 is failed, then what we are going to write? We are going to write elif, elif, elif. We are going to write condition 2. If this is true, then this statement will be executed. Okay. Next, elif, elif, condition 3. If this is true, this will be executed, and so on, and so on, and so on. If all the conditions are failed, if all the conditions are failed, then what will be done? Okay, so here final else block will be executed. When this else block will be executed, if all the conditions are failed, then this else, okay, last else block will be executed if all the conditions are failed. Understood, all of you? Syntax, is it clear, the syntax? Okay, so elif is nothing but, first we are going to check condition 1. If the condition 1 is true, the statements will be executed in that particular block. Means if the condition 1 is true, the statements will be executed. Okay, this is failed, condition 1 is false. Okay, then condition 2 will be checked. Okay, so this statement will be executed. If this is also false, then this condition will be checked. Okay, these statements will be executed, and so on. Like that, we can test n number of conditions. Depending on the condition which is becoming true, only that particular block of statements will be executed. For example, if all the conditions are false, then final else block will be executed. Is it clear to all? Is it clear or not? Please respond in the chat box. Is it clear or not to all of you? Okay, so now we go with one example. Okay, so you can understand how this elif will works. So just I am going to ask some input from the user. N is equals to int of input of enter any number. Right. So I'm going to check if n is equals to 0. Okay. So print you entered 0. Okay. Else means elif n is equals to 1. Okay. Print okay, you entered 1. You entered 1. Right? Okay. So like that we can check n number of conditions. We can go for n number of conditions. So n is equals to 2. For example, if n is equals to 2, okay, we can display you entered 2. Or else I'll check next condition, n is equals to 3, then we can display n is equals to 3, you entered 3. Or else next, if n is equals to 4, you entered 4. For example, if all these conditions are failed, then I told you like last else block will be executed. Okay? If all these conditions are failed, then else block will be executed. Else print you entered other than 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a simple example. Is it clear this program? I said like condition 1 will be checked. If condition 1 is true, this statement will be executed. If condition 2 is true, this will be executed. If condition 3 is true, this will be executed. If condition 4 is true, this will be executed. If condition 5 is true, this will be executed. If all the conditions are failed, then last else will be executed. Is it clear to all? Remaining students, please respond. Is this program is clear? What is the objective of this program? You tell me what is the objective of this program? What is the title or what is the objective? The objective is very simple here. Whatever you are entering, okay, we are giving the same number. Okay, to check many conditions, that is okay, fine. But what is the application? All of your no, the customer care, right? In customer care, what will happens when you want to talk with customer care? Okay, you are going to get some options. 0, 1 for Telugu, 2 for English, 3 for Hindi. You want to talk with the customer care representative in English language, then you can press 2. Okay, so 2 means you are giving 2. So you entered 2, or it is going to tell you, right, you entered 2 or you selected English language. Again, it is going to give you some options. 1 for balance, 2 for, okay, 2 for validity, okay, 3 for prepaid, 4 for postpaid, okay, 5 for some talk with customer care, okay. So 6 for exit. You will get again one more option. Again, you are going to give one more input. Okay. So same type of concept can be implemented by using Elephonty. That is implemented using Elephonty, right? Is it clear to all? Is it clear? Okay, right. So I'll save this program. First, the thing is, already I told you in the beginning also, the important thing is not only learning the concept. Okay, concept learning, concept understanding is not important. Of course, that is important, but apart from learning the concept, you should identify the application where this concept can be applicable. That is very, very important. For example, you know this elif. Okay, but what is the use of this elif? Where you can apply this elif? I'll tell you some applications. Okay, where you can apply this elif. One application is just now I told you, like a customer care. If you want to talk with customer care, okay, then you are going to get a menu. Okay, 1 for English, 2 for Telugu, 3 for Hindi. You are given one number. Again, it is going to give you some other options. Okay, like that. Here also, we'll have some other applications. First, let me execute this program. Enter any number. I'm giving 8. Can anyone tell me what is the output I'll get? See this program. Tell me what is the output I'll get. If I given 8, what is the output I'll get? What is the output I'll get if my input is 8? Yeah, what is output? Output. What is there in else statement? No output. Why no output? I written something in else, right? Yes, very good. Sai Pravalika, very good. Madhavi. Yes, you entered other than 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the output we are going to get. So that is the output. Why it is the output? Already I told you. First condition 1 will be checked. So what is condition 1? N I given 8. 8 equals to 0. This is failed. Next, go to second condition. 8 equals to 1 failed. 8 equals to 2 failed. 8 equals to 3 failed. 8 equals to 4 failed. So all the conditions are failed. Simply I'll go to else block. So this will be executed. Right? It's very simple. Right? Yeah. Okay. So let us go with some other input. I'll give some 4. Then what is the output? If I given 4, what is the output? If I given 4, what is the output? Yes. You entered 4. Yes, very good. Okay. So here you entered 4. Why? The reason is first 4 will be compared with condition 1, that is 4 is not equals to 0. Okay. So this will be skipped. So second condition, it is also false. Third condition, this is also false. This is also false. So this is true. 4 equals to 4 true. So this block will be executed. What is this block? You entered 4. Understood? Okay, right. So now all of you please, I'll give some application. Okay. The application is implement calculator. Implement calculator using ELIF. This is my application. Okay, I'll tell you how can you do this by using ELIF. It is one of the application of ELIF only. Okay, so here what is my requirement? My requirement is very simple. If I press 1, it should perform addition. If I press 2, it should perform subtraction. If I press 3, it should perform some multiplication. If I press 4, it should perform some division. This is my requirement. Okay. So by using ELIF, I want to implement calculator or I want to perform arithmetical operations. Okay. Understood? So now we'll see for this program. Okay, so very simple application. Just I want to apply this ELIF. I want to apply this ELIF. Okay, calculator using ELIF. Okay, right. So what is the requirement? Requirement is input. Okay, so I can call it as choice. CH is equals to choice. Int of input of, you are giving some choice. Input of enter your choice. So before going for this choice, let me display the menu so that it is very clear. So print of okay. So let me display this. 1 for add, okay. 2 for subtraction, 3 for multiplication, 4 for division. This is my task. Okay. This is my task. So I want to perform the particular operation based on the user input. User input means if user is given 1, I'll perform addition. If user is given 2, I'll perform subtraction. If user is given 3, I'll perform multiplication. If user is given 4, I'll perform division. Right. So now, once user has given something, simply I can check if. Okay. And before this, let me read the two numbers also, so that the same numbers will be used for all the operations. I'll read two numbers also. Okay. So here I'll read two numbers. N1 is equals to int of input enter first number int of input enter first number, right? So this is number 1, right? Next, n2 is equals to int of input enter second number, because I need two numbers for doing this calculation or for doing arithmetical operations. So I'm reading these two numbers n1 and 2, and after that I am displaying this menu. So now I am asking the input. Okay, for example, if you are given if ch is equals to 1. So what is the meaning of ch is equals to 1? Print sum is n1 plus n2, right? So next, elif ch is equals to 2. So ch is equals to 2 means print difference. Difference is n1 minus n2. Next, elif ch is equals to 3. Okay, then print multiplication is n1 into n2. Else elif ch is equals to 4. print division is n1 by n2. Okay, so this is about 4 conditions, and last condition is if you are given other than 1, 2, 3, 4 options, then simply I can write print. Okay, please enter valid choice. If you are given any other number apart from 1, 2, 3, 4, then I am going to display these things. Any doubts in this logic, in this program? Any doubts? All of you getting or not? Please respond in the chat box. All of you getting or not? Any doubts? Any doubts in this program? This is one of the application of ELIF, right? Please respond, ma. Any doubts? If you have any doubts. Okay. So now we'll try to execute all the options so that you can understand how this program will be executed. Okay. Enter first number. I am giving 10. Second number 20. Okay. So this is my menu. 1 for addition. If I am giving 1, then sum is 30. Okay. If I given 1, then sum is 30. Okay. Now I don't want to give 1. I want to give some other option. Enter same 10 first number, 20 second number. Enter your choice 2. 2 means 10 minus 20, that is minus 10. That is fine. Okay. Like that you can check all the options. I want to give option number 3. Okay. Again I am giving 10 and 20. Option number 3. So 10 into 20, 300. I'll go with some other option. 10, 20, option number 4. That is 10 by 20, that is 0.5. Next, I'll go with some other option. I don't give 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll give some other number. 10, 20, I want to give 5. So please enter valid choice. So this is the logic for this. This is one of the application of ELIF. Any doubts here? All of you understood, right? ELIF, how ELIF will works. Any doubts? Please respond if you have any doubts in the chat box. Okay. So now I'll give some of the applications for ELIF. Okay. So very simple. All of you heard about multiple choice questions, right? So multiple choice questions is also going to be one of the simple application. Very simple. For example, you are given some question. Okay. Actually, you don't know the answer for the question. Means you don't know the option. Option A is correct, B is correct, C is correct. You don't know, but you know that option A is not correct, option B is not correct, option C is not correct. Means option A means condition 1 failed, option 2 means condition 2 failed, option 3 means condition 3 failed. All the 3 conditions failed means then obviously you will go with option 4 only. That is D is your answer. So indirectly, what is the logic of that multiple choice questions? The logic is ELIF only. Okay. Actually, you don't know the exact answer, but you know that. Okay. A is not the answer. B is not the answer. C is not the answer. If A, B, C are not the answers, then obviously your answer is D. Okay. That is, we can call it as in mathematics. We can call it as elimination method. We can call it as elimination method. If we don't know the answer, then simply what we'll do, we can go for elimination. Okay, so that is nothing but simply ELIF only. And some other applications I'll tell you. One of the important application is you want to display the result of a student. I'll tell you I'll explain the application. You try by your own. If you didn't get it, we'll discuss. Okay. So what is the question here? The question is print result of a student. Result of a student. Result of student. Okay. So what is the input for this program? Anyone tell me what is the input for this program? Print the result of student. What is input? What is the input for this program? Result of a student. Anyone? What is the input? Please respond, ma. What is the input for this program? Very good. Subject marks. Yes. Okay. So subject marks are input. Subject marks are input. For example, assume I am having 5 subjects. M1 is input, M2 is input, M3 is input, M4 is input, M5 is input. So this is the input, right? So input is nothing but your subject marks. So M1 is marks in subject 1, M2 is marks in subject 2, M3 is marks in subject 3, M4 is marks in subject 4, M5 is marks in subject 5. This is input. Immediately what I'll do, once I got individual subjects marks, I'll find out the total, right? I'll find out the total. Total is what? M1 plus M2 plus M3 plus M4 plus M5. I'll get the total. Once I got the total, what is our objective? Our objective is result, not total, not printing total, printing result. Then what I'll do, I'll get some GPA or average, whatever you can call it as average. Average is simply total by number of subjects. Here number of subjects are 5. Then I'll get some average. Yes. Once I got average, then simply what I'll do is I can use elif. Okay, how can I use if average greater than 90. Okay, if average greater than 90, then simply I can write okay, I'm not writing logic here, simply I'm writing the statements like distinction. If average greater than 90, distinction. Elif average is in between, average is less than 90 and average is greater than 80. Average is less than 90 and greater than 80, means in between 80 and 90. Then I can say like a first class. Okay. Next, elif average less than 80. Otherwise, here you can put greater than equals to. Okay, so that it is clear. Less than 90 and greater than or equals to 80. Okay, so here average is less than 80 and average is less than or equals to 80 and average less than or equals to greater than or equals to 60. Okay, I can say it's a, for example, it's a second class. Okay, next, elif average less than 60 and average greater than or equals to 40. Okay, then what will be done? We'll get a third class. Okay, the conditions may be varied. Okay, only I am writing for example the conditions. Okay, this may not be the same conditions in all the institutions. It may vary. Else simply I'll write failed. This is one of the important programs. This is very important program and one of the main application where we can use elif. Understood this program, all of you? Can you write this program? I explained the entire concept for this program. Are you able to write this program by your own? Okay, I explained the concept. Concept is very simple. Printing the result of a student. Result means it may be first class, second class, distinction, third class, fail. Okay, or okay, you can take some other also like okay, good, okay, good, excellent, okay, average, below average. You can take like that also, but okay, I am taking in this way distinction, first class, like that. Okay, that is up to you what type of terminology you are going to use. But this is the logic. First we are reading individual marks. Next we are calculating the total or sum of the marks. Next we are getting average. Once we got average, based on the average only we can apply elif. Right? Any doubts in this? Any doubts? Okay, I'll tell you some other applications like yeah. Whenever you are having this festive offers, okay, so they are going to give you so many offers. Like if you purchase the items, okay, with a cost of 1,000 to 2,000, you'll get discount of 10%. If you purchase items 2001 to 5000, you will get a discount of 15%. If you purchase items in between 5001 to 7000, you will get a discount of 20%. If you purchase items greater than 8000, then you will get a discount of 25%. So this is also simple application of ELIF only. Okay. So what is the input here? The input is what is the cost of purchase you did? The cost of purchase you did. The cost of purchases you did, for example, your purchase is 6,000. So then you'll check the condition one. Condition one is for okay till 2000. Condition two is 2001 to 4000. Condition two is 4001 to 6000, like that. So only one condition will be satisfied. For that condition, you will get the respective discount. Understood, all of you? Understood or not? You can think of different types of applications. Okay, the other applications are electricity bill. Electricity bill. Okay, what about electricity bill? If you are consuming some 100 units, okay, then your electricity bill will be like per unit they are going to charge some 2 rupees, like that. If your consumption is some okay 101 units to some 300 units, then your charge will be per unit. They are going to charge you some example 5 rupees. If your consumption is some like 301 to 500, then your bill will be per unit. Okay, it may be like 750 or 8 rupees, like that. So this is also an example of ELIF only. You can think of several applications. And one more application is employee performance. Employee performance means, for example, one employee salary you are going to calculate. How you are going to calculate salary? Based on the experience you can calculate, right? So what is his experience? If his experience is 0 to 2 years, okay, then his performance his salary will be like his hike will be like 2000. If it is in between 2 years to 5 years, like the hike will be 5000. If it is in between 5 to 8 years, then hike will be like 8000. So you can think of several applications like this, because it is very important concept. Any doubts? I think all of you understanding, right? And you can apply these concepts for various applications, right? So in this way you try to think. And already we written some program in yesterday's class for finding out whether the given number is positive number or negative number or zero. So that application also you can convert into ELIF. Okay, whether it is zero or whether it is positive, whether it is negative, you can convert that application also ELIF. Yesterday we did by using nested. The same program you can convert into ELIF also. Right? Understood, all of you getting or not? If you have any doubts, please you can respond, ma. Okay, you can think of different applications where your gained knowledge is applicable. Okay, this professional courses is all about application of your knowledge, not gaining some knowledge. Gaining knowledge is okay, but once you gain some knowledge, okay, it's not only applying that knowledge in one application. You should know in various applications, in various real-time applications where you are going to apply this knowledge. That is very important. Understood? Understood or not? And I think like weightage. All of you are written MSET exam, okay, or all of you are written some PolySet exam. If there is some weightage from your intermediate marks, or if there is some weightage from your SSC marks, then definitely based on the GPA or based on the percentage what you scored in your SSC or in your intermediate, okay, so the weightage will be carried, the weightage will be calculated. Okay, so that is nothing matter. That is also same ELIF application only. If your score is in between 60 to 70%, the weightage should be like some 10 marks. If your score is in between 71 to 80%, then your weightage should be like some 12%. Okay, like that. Understood? All of you getting? All of you getting or not? So this elif is applied. This elif is, you can apply this elif for various applications where you are going to check multiple inputs. You can take multiple inputs and you are going to get only one output. You can take multiple inputs and you are going to get only one output. So for all these types of applications, you can apply elif. Understood? Any doubts? Okay, right. Yeah. Okay. So after this elif, then we'll go for loops. Okay. After loops, we'll go for continue and break. But before that, the loops are very, very important. Loops in Python. What is a loop? Basically, what is the definition of a loop? Okay. Loop is nothing but simply repeating set of statements until the condition becomes a false, right? So loop is nothing but simply repeating set of statements until the condition becomes false. Okay, this is very important. Repeating. Okay, here I am using repeating means it will be continued. How many times? Till the condition becomes false. If the condition is true, it's not becoming false, then what will happen? It is never becomes stopped. It is never becomes stops. Always it is going to be repeated. So that is the meaning of repeating set of statements until the condition becomes false. Simple example. Okay, one student is having some supplementary examination. Okay, how many times he is going to write? Until he pass that exam, he is going to write. So simple, it is repeating. He is repeatedly writing. How many times? Until he got result pass in that particular exam. Once he got passed, then he don't write that exam, right? So that is the concept of loop. Okay, so in loops actually we are having two types of loops. Okay, one is finite loop and second one is infinite loop. Okay, finite loop and infinite loop. Okay. What is the meaning of finite loop? What is the meaning of infinite loop? What is the meaning of finite loop? What is the meaning of infinite loop? Finite loop means loop will be terminated after some iterations. Loop will be stopped after some iterations. Iterations means after repeating for some time, it will be stopped. Infinite loop means loop never terminated. Loop never terminated. In other words, infinite loop means never terminated means what is the meaning of never terminating? Condition is always true only. Never terminating means condition is not becoming false. Condition is not becoming false. Or we can say condition is always true only. Condition is not becoming false. Okay, condition is not becoming false. What about finite loop? Finite loop means condition. Finite loop means condition will become false. Means after some time it will become false. It will become false means then only the loop will be stopped. That's why it is known as finite. Understood all of you these definitions? Yeah, condition does not become false means infinite loop. That's it. Condition becomes false means condition becomes false means at some time, after some time it is stopping. It is stopping. It is not repeating. That is nothing but finite. We can count it how many number of times it is repeating, but infinite means we can't count. That's why it is infinite. Any doubts? Any doubts in these definitions? Any doubts, ma? Okay, right. So now we'll go for first looping statement. That is nothing but while loop. While. Okay. What is syntax of while? Very simple. Syntax is while we have condition, while we have condition, if the condition becoming true, okay, then the statements in this while loop will be executed. Okay, if the condition becoming true, the statements in this while loop will be executed, right? Okay, what will happen if the condition becomes false? If the condition becomes false, then I'll come outside. I'll come this outside. Okay. So let me write an example. Write a simple program so that you can understand the things. While loop. Okay. I is equals to 1. Okay. While I less than 10. While I less than 10. Print of I is I. Okay. I is equals to I plus 1. Print of outside. Okay. Now anyone tell me what is the output of this program? Anyone tell me what is the output of this program? All of you please look at this program and tell me what is the output. Please guess whether that is right or wrong, no problem. Please guess your output and tell me in the chat box. I is 1. Shravani Joshi is responding with I is 1. Remaining students? 1 outside. Okay. Remaining students also please guess. Nothing wrong in that. 1. Next. Any other guesses? Remaining students, please you throw a stone. Okay, that's it. Guessing means throwing some stone. You throw a stone on me. I'll take care about the remaining things. Okay, output of this program is, I'll tell you, output of this program is I value will be printed from 1 to 9. Okay, and after printing 1 to 9, outside will be printed. Okay, let me delete this line first. Later I'll add it. So here the program output is I value will be printed from 1 to 9. I value will be printed from 1 to 9. Right? So here I value will be printed from 1 to 9. So we can check it out. Okay. So that is the output of this program. Already I told you. Here this is the condition. While what is the condition here? I less than 10. What is the I value I taken? I took I value as 1. Okay. What is the condition here? I less than 10. So 1 less than 10 is it true or false? 1 less than 10 is true. Condition true means the statement will be executed. What is the statement here? I is. What is I value initially? 1. So I is 1 will be printed. First line will be printed. Next, what I am doing here? I is equals to I plus 1. So what is I is equals to I plus 1? I value will be updated. So I is equals to 1 plus 1, 2. I value is updated to 2. So don't stop here. Once it is updated, again you have to check the condition. That is what while logic is. We are going to check the condition until the condition becomes a false. So again 2 less than 10 true, I is 2 will be printed. Next 2 plus 1 3, again 3 less than 10 true, 3 will be printed. Next 3 plus 1 4, 4 less than 10 true, 4 will be printed, and so on. 9 less than 10 true, 9 will be printed. When it will becomes 10, 10 less than 10 false. So 10 is not going to be printed. So that is the logic. Understood, all of you? Yes. Sri Prajna has given correct output. Remaining students, all of you understood or not? So what while is doing? While is doing, okay, if the condition becomes true, executing statements in the block. If the condition becomes false, it is not. For example, I'll tell you now. Now I'll add this line: print of outside. Now what will happen here? Now what will happen here? When the condition becomes false, now tell me when the condition will become false here. When I value becomes how much? The condition becomes very good 10. So when I value becomes 10, condition false. Condition false means I'll come outside. Outside, what is there? Outside one line is there, print outside. So that's why after printing I is 9, then this outside will be printed. After printing I is 9, the outside will be printed. If you observe here, after printing I is 9, that outside is printed. If you observe here, after printing I is 9, this outside is printed. I hope all of you are getting right. Any doubts? All of you are getting or not? Any doubts, ma? Okay, so yes. Yeah, now I'll ask very interesting question. Please try to check it out and tell me the answer. Just I'll modify this program little bit. Okay, now you tell me what is the output of this program. Please observe this program carefully and tell me what is the output of this program. Yes, I is 1. Madhavi has written I is 1. Remaining students, please think of it and tell me what is the output. If you want, you can take pen and paper so that you will get more clarity. It's looking like very small program, but there is a lot of logic. There is a lot of logic involved in that program. If you take pen and paper, you can understand easily. Otherwise, it may take some time. 129, 1, same output. I is 1. I is 1, 2, 3. I is 9. Okay. Next. I'm expecting some more guesses. So here, the output is I is 1 is going to be printed infinite number of times. That is the output. What is the output? I is 1 is going to be printed infinite number of times. Why? The reason is, what is the condition here? I less than 10. What is I value? 1. 1 less than 10. True. Am I updating I value? I am not updating. Always I value becomes 1 only. Always 1 less than 10 is true only. Always it is true. So that's why always this statement will be executed. So this is known as an example for infinite loop. If you observe here, it is printing I is 1 infinite number of times. Continuously it is printing. If you observe, my scroll bar is going down. Okay. If you observe, it is printing infinite number of times I is 1. Right? So that is okay. I can stop. Forcefully I am stopping with the help of Control C. But if you observe here, it is printing infinite number of times I is 1. Okay. Just I am scrolling up. Understood, right? Understood the explanation? Understood the explanation, all of you? Okay, so that type of loops we can call it as infinite loops. I told you one point. Here I written clearly, infinite loop means loop never terminated. Condition is not becoming false. We know that always 1 less than 10 is always true only. It never becomes false because I am not updating I value. If I update I value, then maybe it is going to be terminated after some time. But where I am updating, I am not updating here. That's why always 1 less than 10, always it is true, always this will be printed. That's it. Right? Is it clear to all? Okay. So we'll see some more scenarios how we are going to get the infinite loop. I think you got an idea what is meant by finite loop, what is meant by infinite loop. Okay, what is meant by while, how the while loop will be executed, right? Please practice summer programs like printing number, okay, 1 to 100, printing numbers 10 to 1, 10 to 1. You print numbers 10 to 1, print numbers 1 to 100, like that. You practice these programs. Okay, so if you don't have any doubts, I'll stop here. Any doubts, please respond. If you have any doubts, please let me know if you have any doubts. Any doubts, ma? Please respond in the chat if you have any doubts. Okay, but the thing is, you should understand each and every program.